Well, Jeff, do you want to do a quick ABT right now, live coaching? Got 2 minutes?
Yep, let's do it.
But this will be good for your audience as well. Can you say,
Yep.
Here's the thinking process through it. So let's do it relative to your new newsletter.
Yep.
I want to start with, who is your number one audience? I know you're probably talking to a lot of people, but I want to know that whole Pareto principle. What's the one audience that makes up 80% of your business?
I think
who is?
I think they are successful but unhappy.
Let's go even deeper. Successful but unhappy. Who? What are they?
They're in their 40s, maybe in their 30s, 40s. They've started a career. They're 10, 15 years in. They're going, wasn't supposed to be better than this.
Okay. So what is the main problem you're helping them overcome? The happiness factor?
Happiness, in other words, and also to feel fulfilled, because a lot of people, it's not about the money. A lot of us have got more money than we need, or got enough money, but we're not fulfilled.
Excellent. So let's use that word. Can we use that word as the singular narrative of fulfillment? Nothing in the Jeff Bullas newsletter makes sense except in the light of fulfillment. How
Yes.
can I become more fulfilled? So you might start a statement of agreement out. How? I've kind of already said, who's your number one audience? What do they want relative to your offering? And why is that important to them? How would you write that statement of agreement?
I really don't know off the top of my head.
Okay. I always like to start with the word you, being you, the reader, not you, Jeff. I want it to be outside of your realm, the person you're talking to, placing your audience at the center of the story. So you are a successful leader.
Mm-hmm.
And we can use this if-then clause that we like to do to bring specificity to it. And if you could find fulfillment, and if you could find fulfillment in your career, then you will have off the chart success personally and professionally.
Yep.
Fair enough?
Yep, exactly. Yep.
But you're unhappy.
Mm-hmm.
Because why? Why are they unfulfilled? So they want fulfillment, but they're obviously not there because they're unhappy. Give me something after that word because. I like using the word because in the problem statement because it really specifies it. So you want fulfillment, but you're unhappy because of what?
Because you're not doing what you love or good at.
Go even deeper than that. Why aren't they doing what they love or good at?
Because they're afraid of failure. They're afraid of judgment. They are trying to be too perfect. There's a few elements.
So is it a little bit like, now I'm going to be a narcissist here. So is it like me when I turned away from my ad agency after 20 years and people said, why didn't you sell it? And I said, I didn't want to be handcuffed for 5 years to whoever bought it while I had to still keep building their business and I need to build mine. And they were looking at me like, you're freaking nuts. Why would you do that? And so, but I had the courage to do it because I had a lot of good people around me helping me build up that courage. In essence, that's what you're talking about here. But you're unhappy because you have not embraced the courage you need to truly do what you want in life.
Or what your calling is. Yes.
Okay, beautiful. But you're unhappy because you have not embraced the courage needed to actually answer the calling in your life.
Correct.
The true calling in your life.
That's right. And because you're afraid of judgment, you're afraid of not getting it right. You are afraid of people laughing at you because you fail. Your peers, your family, they all think you're crazy, just like you were told by yours.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I totally get that. But you're unhappy because you have not yet embraced your calling in life.
Yes.
You almost end up with two becauses in there, but I don't want you to do that. But I really like how because you're afraid of what people are going to think about you making a major shift to actually answer the right calling in your life.
And also on top of that, then they're in their comfort zone. Starting this new adventure is going to put them way out of their comfort zone.
Yeah. So you have a lot of different narratives going on here, which is totally cool. That's always what happens when we build this. The first one we started on is fulfillment. You want to be fulfilled, but you're unhappy because you're not actually following your calling. Therefore, let's get you on the right track by what? By reading the new Jeff Bullas newsletter that will hold you accountable to what
Yes.
you truly want in life and the courage it takes to get there.
Correct. Yes.
Okay. So that's around fulfillment.